All right. Joey Hiykel is back again for the fourth time, maybe? We've had groups with you where you were with other people.
My crew guys.
Yes.
Yep. Brad and Sean, I think.
You tend to come on when you're down here for racing. You weren't down here for racing. You were
I was
captain. Captain. Okay.
Captain of Rear Wheel Drive. But yes, I was official cheerleader, pom-pom squad, you name it. The same thing Manuel is every time, though. You know?
Yeah, he doesn't drive anything, right?
No.
He just likes to...
I don't know what he does.
But he still has cars out there. He just doesn't drive them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're his cars.
I don't know if they're his. I think maybe his shop name's maybe just on them. I don't know. But yeah.
Houston's weird like that. Or Texas is weird like that.
Yeah.
Where there's like... Because there's all this like oil money, I feel like that there's just a lot more cars.
Is that
around.
what we call it? Oil money, or is it some other money? We don't know.
It's money.
We'll leave it at that.
It's just how Texas seems to be. Like these shops have like an excess of cars at times.
Yeah.
Like even like James was driving one and it's like, whose car is that?
I don't know. Who trailered it down?
Like who owns the green car? Here? I don't know.
Well, yeah, I saw the green car's owner in an interview. That was it.
Okay. Does he drive that car?
I don't know. He did drive the green truck. Yeah.
Okay.
He did drive it.
That car's cool.
Is he just a hired driver? I don't know.
I don't know any of the details on any of the. They could be changing hands
the oil money trucks, as we call it.
It is weird. It's like the Middle East of the U.S. It's like the oil money is all right there because you know, a lot of those guys just that seems like where it comes from.
Right. At least with Team Rear Wheel Drive, the owner, driver, tuner, builder, blah blah blah, is his car.
Yes.
You know that for sure.
And I know Crazy Horse owns his deal.
That is true. He is a hardworking carpenter. I did learn that.
Yeah.
He is a woodworking guy. Builds cabinets or something.
Makes sense with the Cummins. It kind of like goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
The work truck that became 2 race car and you had to get a new work truck.
Yep. That is wild. I
have seen some of his work he posted and I'm like, damn, he's actually a badass carpenter.
It's amazing. I mean... He probably could build you a new table.
Way nicer than this, I'm sure.
Well, this is pretty nice, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'd be like, oh, I could do this, that.
That truck's pretty nice, though. I don't think I could afford him.
No, probably not. No.
So, you guys won, though. Team Denver took home the win.
Yeah.
And they were, like, at the top, both of them.
Yeah,
Charles
they were.
And Jared.
Yeah, it was. Jarrett. Yep. It was a very interesting race.
Finally won.
Yeah. First round, we were up 9 cars to 7 cars. And then second round, just even all the way to the finals. Now, Jarrett did make it to the finals the last race and just couldn't, I don't know if he made some tuning mistakes or what, but he definitely learned from his mistakes this time and came out swinging.
He had a gap.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there was like and that was the craziest thing, that there was like a legitimate gap.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, yeah, I think, he came more prepared, had a better game plan, and Charles didn't even have the dualies.
I was thinking, is the dualies a gimmick that's done? Or Charles' style is probably done.
Yeah.
The on the outer.
Yeah. That was a little sketchy. I don't, I even admitted this last time. I don't think the dualies, they're taking advantage of it. I don't think they're fully, for one, like an LS motor, 2,000-ish horsepower, so... A lot of these guys don't even need that much horsepower, so they don't have that much. So are you taking advantage of 4 tires or not?
If you can't make the horsepower that the 4 tires can hold.
Right.
So you're saying, like, these guys may be making, like, 1,200 horsepower.
Probably 1,500 to 1,800 would be a good assumption.
And they're capable of making another 300 on an LS-ish?
Yeah.
Before it lets go?
Yeah, before they, can step up to something bigger. Like, But I think the tires can handle a lot, and they're not using it.
Big block car, though, split it fully in half?
That was an LS.
Was it an LS?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. I just saw the crank.
Oh, yeah. Who didn't see that? Oh, my gosh.
I saw the photo of the bottom end, and I couldn't tell what
Literally
it was.
on the ground.
Yeah.
That car was really fast. I was really disappointed that we're talking about Michael Newcomb with a orange Nova, and first time at Bradenton for him on Team Rear Wheel Drive. And he made some impressive runs and was on a good run during, I think it was test day. And literally 400 feet out, just boof.
Like, that was
like everything. I mean, just exploded.
That's one of those deals where I can count on like one hand carnage I've seen like that.
I've never seen it that bad. Like literally from above the mains around the whole block, cracked on the ground, running over the crankshaft.
Yeah.
I mean,
what causes that? Just too much power? Like what do you think, like, you know, you reverse engineer, like, hey, how do we not have this happen again? Was the block just tapped out?
I'm going to assume, now sometimes it's really easy to say your tune-up was wrong or something, but it sounded so clean running during that run up until it exploded.
Yeah, like it wasn't melted pistons.
No.
It wasn't.
Nope. Nothing.
Everything looked fine. Like,
I'm going to guess maybe there was some, they did say it was a fresh engine. So maybe there were some cracks they didn't see during the machining process from the last time.
Dart block deal?
I think it was a stock block, I think.
Okay.
I
mean, maybe they just found the limit of what that center of the block can take.
Yeah. And now Ryan Casey Max, he had that same exact failure, just it didn't come out the bottom previously in the year during his season of 2025. So I don't know. It was very crazy. I was really disappointed to see Michael, drop out of the race. He was all gung-ho. I say this time and time again, we all invested a lot of money to come to Florida to that race, and he was 110% full force forward, like, I'll find another motor. But the other underlying damages you don't see, like, broke the transmission. Because the crankshaft pulled the converter downward, broke the motor plate, broke the mid plate, stuff like that you don't see.
I'm sure the headers were damaged. I'm sure the
crank
oil pan
sensor,
was complete
oil
gone.
pan. Oh, yeah. Just stuff like that you don't, like, it's not like, oh, I melted a head gasket, let's just change the head gasket. It's not like that.
Yeah.
So I told him flat out right after it happened, like, hey, I've got a backup car. Like, you are going to, for one, spend all this money in an emergency repair and then not have any testing, Because, I mean, it was probably a $20,000 to $40,000 motor.
An aluminum block, an aluminum rotted deal.
Yeah.
Like, it was nice looking stuff. Yep. You could see everything in there.
Yeah, and that was the other thing. How did the rods not break? I mean,
they were completely fine.
Yeah.
They almost looked reusable.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, that's kind of nice.
So it was that failure was really interesting, and it really sucked for Team Rear Wheel Drive. Obviously, there was a couple guys in Florida that I had as backups, had to bring him in, and, just part of it.
Do you think Jarrett had the most basic car out there?
100%. I even said that. We did an interview
the simplest combo, the simplest suspension.
Yeah, we did an interview with Hot Rod Magazine, and that is the point that I pushed is Jarrett had stock suspension, stock firewall, LS motor, single turbo, and the one thing that I appreciate most, all his body panels.
Yep.
Because that is,
and it's a hatch too.
Yeah. That is one thing I hate about the trendiness in no prep racing, backside racing, is taking off your front end or body panels.
When you say stock suspension Fox body, what are we really talking? Because that stock is thrown around a little loosely. Are we talking like some welded in torque boxes?
Well, in
or
my
are we talking
opinion,
like 4-link-esque?
not a 4-link.
Triangulated 4-link.
It is a factory Mustang triangulated 4-link. That's why Mustangs Fox bodies are the best drag race car.
I get it, but those short uppers still become odd. More on radial, I guess.
Yeah. Well, backside racing's very similar.
But then if you look in his trunk, maybe you see the uppers all the way.
No, they're factory-esque, I would say. Not a 4-link, not a parallel 4-link, let's call it.
Yeah.
So, and then stock front suspension, like I had up until this year, this winter, and I think that's impressive.
No, it is. It's really cool that he proved that such a simple car could do that. And like you've been saying, like, people probably don't realize the significance of single turbo as well.
Right.
Like the power output on a single turbo is significantly less.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is these backside racers, they're not used to needing 2,000 horsepower. So they don't tailor their cars to it. Mm-hmm. So single turbo, maybe he was making a little lower horsepower than some of the twin turbo. I don't know exactly how much power they're making, but it's definitely, not a big block power.
Well, you can guess. I mean, it's a single turbo LS.
Yeah. 1,500-ish.
Yeah, like once you pass 1,500, your reliability kind of starts to really disappear.
Right. And I want to just say, he made killer runs from his test hit to the finals. Mm-hmm. Like, just, didn't make any major changes, came out there with a game plan of this is how I'm going to set my car up. The homework outside of race day, test day is just tremendous.
Yeah.
Looking over data, trying to try new things with your car prior to going to Florida, whether or not they did or not, I don't know. Those Team Denver is guys that I don't question.
And Team Denver is Denver, North Carolina.
Correct.
Which is a very funny thing that they go by Team Denver because you're like, oh, man,
Denver,
they really
Colorado.
That's what you would think. Like, who's ever heard of Denver, North Carolina?
No one. And I asked that a long time ago. I'm like, what? Why do you guys call yourself Team Denver if you're not from Colorado? And they're like, well, that's the town we're in. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
all right.
Of course. And, having two cars going down the same surface is probably huge.
And that's what I asked them. I said, how much data are you guys sharing? And overall, it really helps because they race at the same surfaces all the time. So if your car went, let's just say 550s with X 60-foot 330, I know how to set my car up that surface can hold that. Mm-hmm. Given a little bit of variances here and there, and it's really easy.
They've pretty much doubled the amount of runs that everybody else gets.
Yeah.
Just by being able to have similar enough cars to share.
Oh, yeah.
And that's probably half the reason Charles wouldn't run the four wheels in the back, just to parity the cars more.
Yes, I do believe that's what happened.
It's almost sacrificial to get one of them to the finals.
Yeah, and Charles did make it to the semifinals. Mm-hmm. So I think he lost to, was it Crazy? It was either Crazy Horse
to King Ranch.
No, because Crazy Horse was in the finals against Jarrett, so that's who Charles must have lost to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, King Ranch lost to Jarrett in the semifinals. Yep. Mm-hmm. So either way, Crazy Horse has won, King Ranch has won, and Jarrett beat them both.
And interesting that they've both been at the top.
Yeah.
It's in the last two races. Mm-hmm. They were both side by side in the finals of the last two all-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive.
I know.
It kind of shows realistically it's not really just money, it's hard work.
Oh, yeah.
Because both of them probably outwork and outtest every other team.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is having such a simple combination, it's not the car doing the work. It's the team, Team Denver, you know, working together, gathering data, using prior data. They didn't come out there with a 2,000-pound race car that is much more car than, you know, other people. They came out with pretty generic stuff.
I mean, the Fox body is crazy to me because that's like so simple.
Yeah.
And it's probably a relatively cheap build.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't have a lockup 400 in there. It's probably just a standard 400.
Power glide, maybe
even a glide. Yeah.
I don't think it's a turbo 400, honestly.
That's even crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, a basic.
Yeah. Well, because you're not putting
setups.
all the power down.
No.
I mean, a power glide will hold fine. It's got a long first gear, so you can kind of, some people like power glides for that reason a little bit better.
Yeah, and that's what we're saying is like, this isn't a horsepower game. Sure, it is to an extent, but we're not radial racing to 200 miles an hour. We're backside racing to 150s.
Yeah.
So
is that why you decided against the big block moving forward?
I wanted to just try something different when I did that. You know?
You LS swapped a Fox body?
Yeah, yeah.
You were trying to be more unique.
Well, I've had my Fox body for a long time. He loves them. He loves them.
Big LS Fox body guy.
No, I just wanted to try something different. I mean, I had the big block for 5 or 6 years, and
is it shelved or is it gone?
No, it's sitting underneath the toolbox, just sitting there.
Yeah.
I got to change the rods on it, and that's about it.
Because to me, that just seems crazy to go back to like a stock block LS.
Yeah, it was.
From a big block. Like a lot of people are like, man, I can't wait to get a big block. Like I need to get a big block.
And then what? A Hemi from there? I mean, I don't know where you
blower
go.
out the hood.
Yeah.
A blower is the only way forward.
It was a weird come together thing there. I was getting bored, and you know, like I said prior, I had stock firewall, stock front suspension, and so having all that weight way up there was really hard to manage, especially for the backside stuff. And that was part of the reason why I went to the aluminum block LS to lose some weight up there.
Yeah, what is that? Probably like 100 pounds?
Yeah, it was
just from block to block.
Well, an iron block, big block is about 630 pounds, fully dressed, intake to pan, balancer, no water pump because I never ran water, and the LS roughly was about 400 pounds. So
that's
quite a bit.
Yeah,
I mean, and then if you want to get down to the nitty gritty, the big block holds more oil, so that's a few pounds. I mean, but you can't get away from the reliability of the big block.
It seemed so reliable.
Yeah, it is.
And you had a relatively simple one.
Yeah, pretty generic.
To a lot of other people's big blocks. A lot of people go a little too crazy on it.
No, it was a very normal 540, which is, I mean, the run-of-the-mill stuff.
Was it limiting the classes you could get into?
No, not really where I raced. They did start in my area in the Midwest. They did start to come out with no boosted big block rules. And that was only maybe 5 or 10% of my decision making. That wasn't really what steered me to the LS because I'm not the type of guy, I don't want to go race True Street. I want to race small tire, 28, 10, 5. Now, in the past, I used to race 29, 10, 5 races. So I'm just saying, like, I didn't want to step down any classes. That ain't me. I'm there to just race as fast as I can go.
Yeah.
I don't want to put smaller turbos on my car because the class below small tire, fits twin 76s is a very common rule when I have twin 88s. Like, I don't want to alter my car for something slower.
Yeah, you'd rather change it to be in a more competitive class as needed. But it almost seems like it's going to be really hard because the slick tire stuff has gotten really fast.
Yeah, the prepped small tire stuff, like we have seen in the Winter Series and all that, I mean, they're going 390s.
Yeah, lighting the boards. I mean, Bill Lutz was going what did he go, 389?
I think 391 was his best, is the quote-unquote small tire 28 slick
with
record.
Nitrous on top of
with a blower, nitro. Now that is something I love. That is something I dabbled into, and I love it. I mean, the potential there is insane.
I know they were saying nitro. I don't know if it was ever confirmed that it was nitro.
No, he definitely. Well, he got he got DQ'd from his Pro 10.5 race a few races before that for having nitro when that's against the rules.
Oh.
So I do believe that he definitely probably had some, maybe M5, maybe 10%. You know, I definitely believe it.
I wouldn't put it past him. I think my boy Jimmy Dale's actually driving their Bumblebee at IHRA this weekend.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I was like, damn, Jimmy. He was on the phone. I was like, you need a new guy to pop the blower off?
Right. Oh, Jesus. That is one thing, like, if you watched and paid close attention, Bill couldn't make it they couldn't make it enough runs to the finals. They'd break a rod or something, and that is just showing how far they are pushing the combinations.
Well, with Bumblebee, they kept popping the blower out.
Yeah.
Like, that thing was violently popping the blower off.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's I think it was parts failure. They just had some underlying gremlins, I think, with that.
Like
but
an injector dropping out or something like that.
With Bill's car, that 2 times in a row, they actually just found the failure of the rods. Like, they just overpowered them for the amount of runs they had on them. And if you can't get through testing or qualifying, whatever race you're racing, and then however many runs to the finals before you break something like that, like, clearly you're pushing it too hard.
Yeah, it's almost just like a war of attrition, and they're not quite at the pro mod level where it's like, oh, these things come apart so frequently and we're so fast at it that it doesn't matter. It's almost like when you're at that level, it's almost who's got enough ability to piece it together before the finals.
See, and that's just not something I want to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you imagine the budget it takes to, you break a rod, it probably knocks part of the block out, so then you got to weld the block back up. If it's a billet block, like, I don't have a billet block. Like,
yeah, you can't just weld up your cast block.
No. So, like, the budget it takes to run that, it's just not something I want to follow for sure.
It was pretty interesting because, you know, the big debate was to light the boards on that class.
Yeah.
A true 10.5, which was a 10.5 slick, a very tiny slick.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, well, it might ruin the racing.
And have to break it to you, I think it did. I mean, it's very clear to see the data. Now, granted, wintertime in the Midwest is pretty boring, so I have a lot of time to watch. And I'm watching. I mean,
it's interesting racing.
Yeah. One of the races we actually flew down to Florida to watch. I think it was the first one, whatever they called it. Yeah. And they had the very first of the Winter Series 28 10.5 race. They had a full field, 32 cars.
Yep. No
Second
boards on.
one, 22 cars. Last one, I think they had less than 16. So it's tough to not say they killed it.
When you open the rules up that much, and there's prep involved, and there's money like that to win, I mean, it's only guaranteed to have that happen.
Yeah.
And as cool as it was to see, it'll be interesting to see what they do next year.
Yeah.
They'll have to figure something else out.
I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, it'll be IHRA. The IHRA small tire has single power adder, which means, you know, you can have twin turbos, but you can't have turbos and nitrous, blower and nitrous, all of that.
Do they consider nitro a power adder, I wonder?
They did say methanol only.
Yeah.
So no M5 or nitro mixing at all.
Because I could see the argument for saying nitro is a power adder because it's so oxygenated.
It is wild, yeah. And when I was doing testing, at 13% nitro, I picked up 22% power. So basically, I went from 1,300 horsepower, exact same boost level, to 1,700.
Holy crap.
Yeah, on just switching, adding nitro, adding more and more and more and more.
And how much more strain on the injectors was that?
It was.
That's what I always hear.
Yeah,
like you need way more fuel than you think.
Yep, you do. It's
like
a
you
lot.
can drop a lighter in, like a match in like a pool of nitro, and it's not going to light.
Yeah,
that's how hard it is to light.
It's wild. That's why you mix it with methanol to make it.
Yeah,
be able to
actually
light.
Burn.
And that's why I don't think you can run 100% nitro like top fuel cars or anything like that.
You probably need like a magneto on it.
It's
just
wild.
to spark it.
But no, so I think I'll be curious to see how the IHRA plays out, because their rules are a little more strict. I mean, it's more like class racing. It really is. Now, they don't have weights yet. Now, I think that's going to be coming, but the IHRA, is kind of going to be an example, or, they're going to be able to see what happens prior to the next winter series based on the IHRA series.
Do you think that there's a floor on weight no matter what? Even if they say like cars aren't really getting below 2,300, right?
No, yeah,
like not
no
like
way.
you know what I mean? Not like, so they can put weights on it, but we're really not seeing cars. What, 25 is like a really light car?
Yeah. Bill Lutz claims that after his record run, they went over the scales, even though they're not required to. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter. They showed the scale board at like 2,800 or something. Now, since that's not an official requirement, it's not illegal to put a few lead pucks in there before they do that. It was simply for video purposes.
Yeah.
Do I think they were racing at 2,800? Absolutely not. But
that car looks too light. Visually, it looks too light to be 2,800.
Well, where is it? Where is it? It's a tube chassis Pro Mod, basically. Sure, it's not a Pro Mod body. It's quote unquote steel roof and quarters, but
but they're like steel skinned.
Yeah,
everything, and that's how it should be. That's how. Yeah. Why would you build it any other way?
Yeah,
it's like.
So to race at 2,800 pounds, like, I just don't see it.
But even like Cole Perez's car, right? Like the Corvette, like that thing was probably really light.
Yeah, and overall, I think the average, like we were talking about, what weights are pretty average. 2,500 to 2,600 is probably any.
That's what I mean. So, like, do you really need a minimum weight?
Well, what they're going to do is they're probably going to make those cars heavier. Really,
it's always so nitrous cars can compete.
Yeah, and that there ain't a single nitrous car out there that's going to go 200 and 390s.
It's always for the nitrous guys.
It is.
They're going to make them heavier and they'll be like, oh, nitrous cars can be 2,200. And it's like, we can't.
Yeah. How do you get there? Like the
lightest nitrous car in the world isn't going to be 2,200. No. They'll do that. They'll make like an unobtainable weight for a nitrous combo and be like, well, you didn't get there.
Yeah. No, I know. And I mean, obviously with class racing, there are ways to get the weights in check. I mean, look at Pro Mod.
Yeah.
There are ways to make them so perfect that the top 32 qualified are within a few hundredths.
Yep.
And, class racing, that just ain't for me. You are really racing wallets, in my opinion. Yeah. You have to have the best of the best. And I mean, that's the top of the class. So, going to the small tire races, I don't know. That's just not something.
It's just index racing with a lot of rules.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to throw a rule book at my car to race in a class that's slower. Why would I want to throw the rule book at my car to race in small tire as it is, when there are more no prep year races in the Midwest that I can follow?
Well, yeah. I mean, even if you got your car LDR ready.
Right.
What are you going to do? Drive to Steele, Alabama is the closest one to you?
Not really.
And how far is that? 10 hours?
Oh, it's probably further.
So, again, that's like, You're gonna drive up to what is it up in the Northeast there, Cecil?
That's the problem.
Yellow Bullet. What is that? 26-hour drive probably.
Yeah, you got to remember, I'm from Nebraska. That's the dead center of the United States. There is this IHRA series is all on the East Coast.
Yeah,
like minimum 15-hour drive.
North Carolina.
Yeah. I think Ohio is maybe the closest one, and it's about 15 hours.
Yeah, that's insane.
And to race at cars that, you know, the level that I'm just not interested in. I'm looking for sportier racetracks to make it more challenging. Mm-hmm. You know, not a fully prepped radial prep track, basically.
Even so, IHRA's first Bratz race is going to be this weekend, right? The small tire.
They already had one.
Did they?
Yeah, they had one.
I didn't see what times they were running.
It's no time.
Oh, okay, so still no time. So where do you think? You think they're in 4.0s with the added rules?
It was Corey Reed versus... No, Corey Reed did win it, driving Manny Bajinga's car.
Okay.
So I'm going to guess without them spraying nitrous, which they were before, you know, 4.0s probably right there, you know.
Yeah, that's a lot to run with.
Yeah, that's just not the budget I want to spend to run that. Do I think I could? Absolutely, eventually. Not with the LS, though. Well, unless I'm radial racing, but yeah, no, that's just not...
Not with that rule set.
Yeah, like, I don't have a billet Hemi like all of them. That's not... I used to be super competitive in my racing career, and it just took so much time and money to be in there, and it was cool while it lasted. But now, I just want to go out there and race with my friends and not have to drive a crazy amount because, let's be honest, I got 3 kids, and they don't want to sit in the RV or truck, whichever one we drive, for hours on end.
They're sitting in the house right now, hanging out with mine.
I know.
It's a perfect deal, actually.
Yeah. So we try to stay within, 5-6 hours, something that we can just go and enjoy at. And
when you drive 15 hours, your friends aren't exactly there anymore.
Nope.
The number of friends that'll come on a 15-hour drive really starts to evaporate.
Yeah. Yep. That is for sure.
But yeah, I mean, if IHRA is the closest at 15 hours, they almost need like a class a little bit lower.
Yeah, I don't know what they do, and that's what are you going to do? Put more rules? I don't know. The cream is always going to rise to the top. I fully believe that because I've been there, done that, and it's just the effort put forth to do that. I don't know. It's just not that fun anymore. I mean, the hours out in the shop, that's just... I more so want to go and hang out at the racetrack with my friends, help them, and race a little bit anymore. Well, maybe I'm getting old. I don't know.
You look at the rear-wheel drive versus all-wheel drive, how much work were those guys really doing?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Jared probably checked his oil, looked at the laptop.
I don't even think he checked his oil, but that goes to say,
make sure it's all there.
All your homework's done prior to the race.
Yeah.
When you show up, you should just be racing and tuning, and that's it.
But they're not rolling rod bearings into that thing or pulling the oil pan off.
Right. Let's check the bearings.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
No.
Level. And the next step up you are.
Or checking the rockers even. They don't even do that, I bet.
They just listen. Hey, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah. It's probably still roller.
Yeah.
Roller.
Probably. I mean.
You think it's solid lifters in that thing?
I don't know. His might be. I mean.
It was funny that was like a record to chase for a little bit.
Yeah.
In the LS world.
Yeah.
Just for like a brief.
Doesn't Kenny still have it? 397 or something. Kenny Dangler with that green Camaro.
With a dang old power glide.
Yep. And I'm sitting over here holding on to the stock block record. I don't think we talked about that last time.
No, I think it happened after. What is a stock block to you?
In my opinion, the stock block is the block.
Like, still as a GM casting on it, there's nothing you can do to a stock block to make it not a stock block.
Yeah, like it is the part from GM, and
you can hollow it out and put your own. Like you saw what Steve Morris did?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a big thing right when I came out and said that I was going to do the LS. People thought I was going to do that. And that, now granted, I'm not the rule book person, but the rule book person, now unofficial rule book person that keeps track of all the records, his name's John Ryan. He claims that that is beyond the rules.
I think if I was to vote on it, I would probably agree that takes it. But then you're kind of splitting hairs on like what's stock, or are we talking like factory block?
Yeah, see, now that's that. Like, in my opinion,
Morris is still a factory block, but it is no longer a stock block.
Okay, I think the other way. A factory block, I think, is, from the factory.
As it came.
But that means you can't bore it out.
No sleeves.
No sleeves. So.
Can't put a bigger bearing.
Nope.
Like the bigger bearings for the the cam like
right.
they do.
No, and so then you throw out every single person with a 3.8 bore LS motor, which is every single person on the planet, because they don't make an aftermarket piston that is 3.780, which is a factory bore size. So, not here to throw anyone under the bus, but literally every person out there with not stock pistons is a 3.8 bore. So, I don't know.
So, stock would be anything. Factory would be as it came from GM.
That's my opinion.
Yes.
That's my opinion.
Like somebody like Capizzi would be like factory king.
Only stock bottom end.
Yes.
Because...
But that's like true factory.
Yes.
Like as it came from GM.
His prior record that I broke, he had 3.80 pistons.
But even him is a little funny because like he'll take a factory bottom end. Mm-hmm. And it's not like he just slaps it in there.
No.
He'll go through the whole thing, rebearing it, re-ring it. And then put it back together factory. So it's almost like...
Yep.
You kind of like imagine like, oh, somebody at GM torqued that rod bolt.
Right. But it didn't.
And not throwing shade at him. It's just like when you learn that, you're like, oh, it's kind of odd.
Right. And that's why when I chased, well, I didn't really like plan to chase the stock block record, but I put it out there like, hey, if I am building a stock block, I only built a stock block because the aluminum stock blocks can be pretty good. Now, I don't hide at all that I put aftermarket sleeves in there. Never once have I said they've been stock sleeves. From the get-go, I had planned on a 427 cubic inch LS7 heads.
Big?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. 4.125 bore. So it has aftermarket sleeves, but the block is stock.
Is it like one of those aluminum 5.3 deals?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what it started out as, was a LC9 basically. Mm-hmm. The run-of-the-mill everybody does. Now, what I was getting to is that on the record list, there are several cars that have identical engines to what I have. So just because I was the guy that went out there and went way faster, I ended up going 406 to Capizzi's 413 or 415 or whatever it was. People were pissed because I don't have stock sleeves. Well, neither did any of these other guys that you didn't complain about.
Yeah.
On the record list.
But when you take down Capizzi,
I know.
Everybody likes him.
He is a likable guy. He's very helpful out there in the LS world. He does some tuning.
That's probably why people were quick to defend him.
And
if it was somebody else, they might have just been like, you got his record.
Yep. No, you're right. And he held that record, and the stock block record he still holds, or the stock bottom end one. He held that record for years. Yeah. Like, why?
And he very publicly did the work to get it. Like I vividly remember his trials and tribulations to get there.
And I went out there and did it in 6 runs.
Yeah.
At Bradenton. Now, granted, that was what I feel like was so impressive is I raced the all-wheel drive race it was October. Mm-hmm. And, you know, had the second fastest ET of our team, and I would consider all-wheel drive. However, I just sucked on the light. But then I took a car that basically went fives and drove around the corner to the front side of the racetrack, unloaded, and within, you know, a day or two, because there was a lot of rain, went 406. I think I didn't change the converter. All I did was change the suspension because it's a 4-link, not a factory 4-link. It's a parallel 4-link.
They don't go like this. They go
no,
like that.
No, they're parallel. And all I did was change the 4-link and tires and shocks, and that was it.
Yeah. Do you think it had a 3 in it?
Yes. So after...
Sure, you were up at night looking at the data. Still.
Yeah. So I ended up going that 406, and it was the night before we had to drive back. So it was literally E1 of whatever event I was racing at, FL2K. And I called out anybody in the class because I wanted to be first on the prep, because that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And so that was the very last chance I had at going faster than 4:15 or whatever Capizzi went.
What was the 60 foot on that run?
I went 106.
Okay, so
on
not a whole lot left there,
406.
if any.
Well, I'll get there. But so I had to just throw all my marbles in one run here, and ended up, you know, turning up the boost, turning up the launch, and it just stuck and didn't wheelie, and ended up going 406, 185. And so after, it was awesome, whatever. Lost first round, though, which is crazy.
With a 406.
Yeah. Now, granted, I called out the guy that ended up winning the whole race because I just wanted to race first off the track.
Who did you race in that deal?
White Camaro. I don't remember the guy's name.
Yeah, I know which car you're talking about.
4th gen Camaro.
Yep.
Twin turbo big block.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's they call it B something.
Yeah.
Turbo B.
Yep. And he ended up winning the event. But either way, so the whole drive home, whatever, you're thinking like, how can we go threes? Because 406, you think is close.
People that don't race imagine like, oh man, like,
Yeah.
a couple more pounds.
Right.
Of
So
boost and you're good.
one of the main things that I knew going into it is the converter was super loose because I had raced the all-wheel drive race on half the horsepower. So the converter was set for the all-wheel drive race. So going to front side radial prep, you're putting double the power down, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And so it was super loose. It would flash to about 8,900 off the trans brake and just sit there. And it was screaming. So that was one of the first things that I did was get a hold of Pete at Circle D to change the stator. And now October is towards the end of the year for me because in the Midwest, it snows. I mean, it is what it is. So the next few weeks or so, I ended up going down to Flying H, which is a really nice facility about 3 hours away.
Brand new, right?
Yep. This, I think, is last year was their second year, maybe. Maybe it was their first. But yeah, either way, really new facility, super nice, brand new everything. Mm-hmm. Wasn't like they opened up an old track. This is brand new everything.
Those digital scoreboards are nice.
Yeah. And so their radial prep is pretty good. You know, probably not as good as Bradenton, but very good. I mean, if Bradenton's a 10 out of 10 when I was here, they're a 9 out of 10. So really good. And so I ended up going to a few events to try to just break into the threes, change the stator, and then all I did was wheelie and just had to hang so much weight on the nose. I think I had about almost 200 pounds, 180 pounds on the nose.
Almost like a big block.
Yeah. It's like put the big block back in, but that ain't the point.
Yeah, it ruins the record.
I ended up going 998 to the 60 foot and wheelied after that. And it's like, gosh, I just couldn't put the whole package together. And so I ended up actually, one of the times I went down to the track, I ended up putting nitro in. And what a mistake. Ran out of fuel injector. Like you were talking, it just required so much more fuel. And I didn't go to the dyno or nothing. I just went straight to the track because
I got this.
I was running out of time. Yeah, I made it. I made the same changes I did to the big block with fueling and timing, and then I put that into the LS, and it just wasn't happy, and ended up melting 3 pistons, and that was it. So never did go 3s.
Put nitro in it, they said. Yeah. It would be so much fun.
I'm telling you, it smells so good. It's
Can you
crazy.
Audibly hear the difference?
Oh, yeah. It is.
Even with just like 10 to 13%, like you can hear it.
I only had 5% in the LS, and it was very different.
Like a higher pitch idle or something?
Yeah,
or
just the concussion.
Huh.
The concussion out of the exhaust. Now, maybe it's because I had such short exhaust. It was only 2 feet, basically 190 out of the turbo, and it was out.
It's crazy that it changes the pitch that much. I mean, you hear it in the top fuel cars when they switch from alcohol to nitro.
Pretty similar.
It's like very clear.
Yes, and that's why, like, when you go to rule sets that say methanol only, you'd never be able to get away with it because, like, the smell, the sound, you can definitely tell.
Well, I could tell that when they were talking about Lutz's car, the announcers were like, "Oh, it's on nitro," and it was Loans. And Brian Loans.
Oh yeah,
pretty good at telling the difference between nitro and methanol or something like that. And he could tell. It sounded like he could tell right away.
Oh yeah. You can definitely tell. It's such a violent fuel. Like I'm so glad that I ended up, messing around with it and experimenting, although it cost me a ton of money in the end, but just to like learn something new with it. Because like you can read on the internet all you want, but until you do something yourself and learn for yourself, like you don't know jack about it.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad that I experimented with it, although it probably cost me going 3s in the end, but oh well.
Yeah, that's crazy that it's that violent. Do you think that you had enough fuel injector to overcome it, or do you think you'd have to do
not with
mechanical
the nitro
injection or something crazy?
Well, I would just have to go to a bigger fuel injector, but with
or
the
more
current
fuel injectors.
Yeah, or more, yeah, but with that current setup that I had, no, definitely not, because ultimately that's what happened is the injector ran out and it went lean and melted everything.
So realistically, the car has a 3 in it, even not on nitro. Like it has a 3 in it if it wasn't wheeling.
Correct.
And now with the new front end, hopefully you get enough travel is the hope
to keep
it from wheeling.
This winter, after I blew that up, I was like, well, it's going to be a while. I have to get new pistons and blah, 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 blah.
Might as well cut it in half.
Yeah. So, I cut the whole front of the car off at Brad Vasco's, who was on the podcast. Yep. And we're working on it right now, actually. And, literally no frame rails left in this thing. It is, I don't know if you want to call it a pro mod. I really don't care. Like, it is tube chassis 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a body on top of a chassis now. Like, there is no frame rail left. But I feel like I was in Jarrett's spot, where I proved that factory firewall, factory front suspension could do a lot. And I did that for a long time. Now, it's time to move on.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of, in a way, paved the way for some of those guys to kind of follow through without some of the pain.
Yeah, like you don't need a tube chassis car to go as fast as I did. I proved that. But now, I want to go faster. So
yeah, if you're not progressing, you're kind of just you're falling behind.
Yep, and that's what I said. I've said from the get-go, I don't want to race down a class. I want to race fast people.
So the hope is, with the new front end, you're going to be able to keep it from wheeling because it'll have more travel, or it'll have
honestly,
more control.
It's going to be lighter. I'm hoping for about 100 pounds lighter. That's my hope. And I'm going to be sitting in a much better spot because we moved the motor back. So I won't have to run as much ballast in the back. So maybe it'll be even more lighter, because if the car by itself is 100 pounds lighter, and let's say you don't have to run 100 pounds in the back anymore, that's 200.
Yeah. And moving it back changes your weight balance a lot.
Yeah, and
which is probably a scary one.
I'm not gonna chase records anymore. That costs a lot of money. If somebody goes out there and goes threes, awesome. Like,
yeah, but who's on the stock block really pushing right now?
Nobody. And I think Capizzi is probably in the same boat. He had that stock block record for the longest time, and I think he's kind of in the same boat I am. He just wants to go out there and race and have fun. Because let's be honest, when you're pushing something that hard, it's going to break.
Yeah.
You're the only guy doing it. It's going to break. And that costs money, time. That ain't fun.
Well, now with the billet blocks becoming so much more common too.
Yeah.
The billet LS blocks, I've seen a lot of those popping up now.
Yeah, and I don't know
made right
what
up the street, or they're all built, it seems like, right up the road from here.
Yeah.
Stefan.
And I think that's probably what Capizzi is doing. I don't know. I stay in my lane. You know, whatever somebody else does, you know, that's awesome for them. But I don't put too much time and thought into it.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, people that I could see caring about it would be like, what's his name? John Dock would care about it, but he's in pro mod.
Yeah.
Capizzi doesn't seem to care about it.
Exactly.
Kenny isn't going for stock block anything. He's not a billet block in that deal.
Yep.
It's definitely less, and that's why, why fight for a record if no one else is really...
It was kind of on a whim thing. It was like, I'm here at Bradenton. I might as well try to see how fast I can even go, and then, just happened. We got so close. The data was proven like there was so much more because it was on such low boost. I think on like my off the trailer tune-up when I put the radials on, it went like 440 at 175 on like 20 pounds of boost. Now, granted, sure, that sounds like low boost, and it is because it's for real, but
flowing a lot of air.
Exactly. You have to remember that boost is only a measurement of restriction. So if you have LS7 heads, big bore, big intake, 20 pounds of boost is a lot of airflow for a average engine.
Yeah.
So either way, the data proved that there was a lot left, and I just kept feeding it more and more, and it, ended up going, I think it went 440, 430, 415, because I was like within 300ths of Capizzi's record. And then I had one more run to do, and I just cranked it up and went that 406.
Have you thought about putting a Coyote in it?
Brad and I trolled people so hard putting a Coyote, setting it in there, and really people thought we did. But
they're hard to not be like, it's hard to see what they can do and not think about it.
No, I know. It's
like the amount of horsepower they can make on the size turbos they make.
Yeah, it is crazy. It's impressive.
Like Jim went 680 or 660 with 76 millimeter turbos.
Right, and a relative street car.
A heavy car.
Yeah. Like
full interior street car.
Yeah.
And it was down on mile an hour because the head gasket was gone. He only went 170, 180 on that pass, and he's been 215.
Yeah. It's
like that was going like a 40.
Yeah, they are very impressive for sure. Although I don't see them in my near future.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's
too simple to mess with an LS too.
Yeah, that too. And I mean, I've got all the LS stuff, and maybe in 5 years or something, maybe.
It could be all Ford.
You're right, but that...
It's not even a Ford at this point.
Yeah, it ain't. It's always had a Chevy motor, and it just is what it is.
Yeah. I prefer the big blocks just because I feel like the LS stuff is so like tiny compared to it.
It is. I'll have to send you some pictures so you can input them in here. But yes, with where all the tubes are, and we have this little tiny LS block for mock-up just sitting in there, and it looks so small. For one, it looks like there's about 5 feet in front of it because we moved the motor back, but it's just so tiny. But overall, I planned all this to put the big block in at another time. Mm-hmm. I'm not throwing that away. So where the LS isn't ideal. That's not ideal for the LS. It's ideal for the big block, though, because although your front mid plate has to change for a big block, the front motor plate, the mid plate itself does not. So where I've got the mid plate is set up for the big block. But so I might struggle a little bit with the LS in there throughout this year till I put the big block in, but
it'll be the better off for the big block because you know that's the inevitability of it. Well, like I think Casey Max was able to swap his in like a weekend back and
wild.
forth.
He is wild. I don't plan on doing that.
The speed at which like he'll just choose which one depending on which track he's going to. I'm like,
I know. Like that week leading up to the race, he'll be like, I guess let's put the LS in, or I guess let's put the big block in. That's not me. That is not me.
I can understand a lot of the wiring is probably similar.
It is very similar. Realistically, when I went from the big block to the LS, the only thing I had to change, cam sensor.
That's what I was thinking.
And that's it. And all I did was make so the big block, the cam sensor's in the back, where distributor would be, obviously. And the LS is up in the timing cover. So all I did was make an extension harness that plugged into the exact same connector for the big block and just ran it up to the front. And that was it.
Yeah, because your crank pickup's probably the same.
Exact same. I use an external trigger, not the factory LS one. So realistically, all the same.
Yeah, it's not a difficult wiring swap.
Change the stator. Circle D, has really advanced technology in their converters. So the actual converter is the exact same. The stator inside is all that's different from the LS to the big block. So
is it a full? Obviously, it's a billet
bolt together, billet aluminum. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it a billet front cover on it too? I guess, or rear cover.
I think it's a billet steel on one side and billet aluminum on the other side.
Because that's how mine is, and the guy that makes them was telling me, he's like, oh, these are really hard cores to find because they're from some
actual
vehicle.
Nissan, I think, is what cores they use.
Yeah, they use like Nissan cores for their converters.
Same with PTC and all that. Yeah,
it was so weird to me when I heard that. I was like, what do you buy Nissan cores?
Mm-hmm. And now imagine like what are they gonna do when those run out?
Yeah, is that what everybody's using?
Start making them. Yeah,
I mean, because some people make them. I've seen full billet converters. I've seen titanium converters.
Oh yeah.
But I don't want everybody to have to go to that. That sounds expensive.
That is. Oh yeah.
Versus a welded Nissan core.
With basically, that's just the front half, the pump side of the transmission is what I call it. And then the other side that bolts to the flex plate, that's the made piece. The other side is from Nissan something or other.
That's exactly how it is on mine. Yeah, it's just the same piece that somehow goes into a Power Glide.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the same pump fitting that goes into a Power Glide.
Right.
The same. Yeah, I don't know. I would love for somebody to explain that more to me, like that.
I just let Pete Nichols. I worked with him when I was at Hughes, and then work with him now at Circle D. That guy is just a magician.
Yeah,
I mean, he just does really good for it.
That's how converter guys are, man. They're just like they know stuff that goes over everyone else's head. Mm-hmm. I swear, it's over
No, it's crazy. Some of those things, like I'm not an expert in anything. I'm enough to get in trouble, but some of those things you just let the expert handle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always tell people, don't lie to the converter guy.
No way.
Because people always try to fib how light their car is going to be or how much horsepower they're going to make.
That is the number one thing.
Fib it on anything else. You can lie to, the guy at qualifying, the guy in the driver's meeting, but be honest with at least the torque converter guy.
That's the number one thing I see is that when I help tune people's cars or whatever, the converter's too tight sometimes. Well, I told him that I wanted to make 2,000. Well, you're sitting here at 1,200. That's not 2,000.
Yeah.
So then it's too tight.
It's like when you look at the TX2K, because they ask you how much horsepower you make.
Oh my gosh.
And everybody always gives like, you'll see these numbers and you're like, that car's not making 2,500. That car's not making, like that car's not making 1,500. Like
right.
Because you could just say anything. I could say 5,000 and you'll put it on there.
Right. You might as well. Because then it'd be funnier.
Yeah, at least like, and then all the people like reading them when they walk by are like, oh man, look at that.
Oh my gosh.
But you are here for your debut circle track racing.
Yes.
In a Crown Victoria.
Right.
This actually comes out Monday.
This is going to come out Monday. So after...
you already won.
Yes.
Congrats.
Carbon Cub. I'll be flying it down more often.
You're going to fly it home to Nebraska.
Yep.
You're going to get into crop dusting, I assume.
Yeah. Yes, the Freedom 500 is going to be interesting. Although I've never even drove... I don't think I've even drove around the Freedom Factory. Maybe I rode with Garrett one time. I don't think so, though.
You didn't even get a ride in the CT5?
No, like I was so like wore out just from the sun. We got out of there after the race was done.
Yeah,
and
I don't blame you.
The sun just wears you out. So no, but luckily they have practice on Thursday, as long as it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have practice on Thursday.
And your arch enemy will be in the race.
Yes, Manuel is going to be racing as well. I'm just going to be out in front of him like always.
Yep. No, that'll be cool though. It's a fun race. And
yeah. I used to race go-karts when I was younger, and hopefully that's going to help me, but I don't know.
The door-to-door is interesting, and every time I've done it, like, I don't know why it's very bad circle track of me, but I don't like when people are like right behind me.
Oh, because you feel pressure?
I'm like, somebody's just going to spin me out. Like, these guys are just going to put me into the wall. Like, I just didn't like it. Like, I don't like not being able to see everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And you just, like, that was always hard for me to get
That was
past.
hard for you? Okay.
It still is. It's just hard for me to, like, not know what's going on right behind me.
Yeah, and that probably is going to be tough because I really, truly hope that it's clean racing because it's so easy to pit maneuver somebody, I'm sure.
Yes.
But I just don't want to do that. Like, I'm a firm believer in just racing clean, and if I can pass you cleanly, I will, or hopefully vice versa. I don't know.
Yeah, and then it's qualifying, so wherever you stack up in qualifying.
Now, I did see that after you qualify, whatever, 1 through 30, I did see that I think they draw a chip, and then whatever that chip number, that's where the first car is. So they have, like, for instance, let's say they got chips 1 through 30. If you draw chip number 20, the very first car is 20, 21, 22, and on.
So they used to invert the field, but then everybody knew that they would invert the field.
Yeah.
So now they mix it up.
Yeah.
To where they start the field wherever
that chip number is. That's sense. The start of the field, and then it just flows on down.
That's a cool way to do it, because I always thought like they used to invert the field, and like everybody knew that. So you just be bottom qualifier and you start in the beginning.
Right. So why would the way that I think they're going to do it is much more random. But then, realistically, if you're number one, that's not a very good spot.
No, you're kind of like a sitting duck in a way.
Because realistically, come on, what's the odds they're going to draw a number one chip? Probably pretty unlikely.
Well, the restarts, like, if you're not fast on the restart and you're number one, you're just like, swarmed on.
Yeah.
Because you got to be really fast on the restart. And some people, if you're 3 cars back, you're already wide open throttle.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to tell the guy 3 rows back is wide open, but it's easy to tell the guy in the front is wide open throttle.
What are some tips you're going to give me?
Oh, I'm not the guy to give you tips.
Oh, come on.
I know, I'm just not. Like,
Did
I'm
you
not
like
that good
leave
of
it in drive or third or?
I've done both. I mean, I've raced at the Freedom Factory and I've raced at Lucas Oil.
Yeah.
And I think Lucas Oil was. There are similar tracks to race at. I think it was a little bumpier because that track is a little bit rougher.
Now, how often did you spray your nitrous?
I never really felt a difference, so
You didn't
really. You'll
Cooper,
probably.
you're not helping me out here.
I mean, it's like 25 horses. You'll feel it. You're like, what is this doing?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, I don't think my. Everybody will say that's new. I don't think my nitrous is working.
Really? Okay.
You'll probably feel the same, and you'll be like, I think it was harder to like I was getting more crossed up trying to think about nitrous.
Where's the button at? Is it on your steering wheel?
I think it's on the steering wheel.
Or on the dash, maybe?
It might be on the dash. But again, you get kind of crossed up trying to think of these stupid things.
It takes your mind off driving is what you're saying.
A little bit.
There's not really time to reach out there and... Because they have horns on them now, too.
There is time to do it, but I could see getting kind of crossed up with, like, you know, if you're not as experienced with being in a pack of cars, to like be thinking about something else versus like an overtake, you end up getting more confused doing two things at once.
Okay.
I could see that happening, but I just never really noticed much of a difference. But I've also never won. So I mean,
let's just hope I don't get last.
As long as you finish the race, you won't get last.
Because realistically, probably me and Manuel are the only ones that are first timers.
Yeah, I thought I saved it. But yeah, I mean,
I looked at the list this morning. It looked like a lot of people that I've seen race in it before. One of the people that I didn't recognize was the guy that owns Custom Offsets who sponsored the Freedom 500.
Yeah, Steve Hamilton.
Maybe he hasn't. Maybe he's newer.
No, I don't think he's raced it.
Okay, so 3 people.
Yeah, and he I don't think he's like a real racer either.
Right.
He's like a car guy that owns a bunch of hypercars.
Yeah.
Very different than like even like somebody like you and Manuel that actually have been like door-to-door racing people.
Well, Manuel doesn't race at all, so I wouldn't put me next to him.
Closer, I would say.
Closer?
Yeah.
Okay, closer.
I don't know if he did race at one point. I don't really know his.
I don't think so.
He just been a builder.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
And like you see, I think Pastrana was on the list.
Pastrana won the last one. See, now I feel like if you won the last one, you should skip one. You know?
Yeah, you
like
should.
Kevin, holy smokes. I'm going to have to talk to Kevin at KSR.
That would be the guy that would be able to give you better
I don't know
tips.
how many he's won, but it's way more than 1, 2, or 3.
Where is this? I'm trying to see the photo of the list of people. I mean, Kevin's like a ringer to win, and, you know, Pastrana is as well. Like, the guy's raced Cup cars at Daytona.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You got the list?
Yeah, PFI Speed,
Yeah.
Brian Deegan, Kenny Wallace.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, but he's also got a lot of experience.
He knows what to do, yeah, for sure.
Pastrana, TJ Hunt, Taylor Ray's really good driver.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've met Taylor. He's really cool. He's really cool with that stuff. Leah Block has got a lot of experience with this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not the most stacked field of like really like professional drivers.
They're just people that are good at driving whatever they were in.
Bobby Earnhardt.
Yeah, he definitely.
That's a driver.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh yeah, and very current.
But I think this is one of the. Brad DeBerdy's really good driver too. He's done NASCAR as well.
Yeah.
But this isn't the most stacked field of professional drivers I've seen.
Well, that's why I'm on there.
You're in a good field. You're in a good field. There's actually a lot of new people that have never done it.
Okay.
I would say probably like 10 of these people have never, like maybe like 8 of these people have never been in one.
Yeah, well, that's not bad. That's not bad.
No, that's kind of good.
Hopefully practice goes good, and
I would say restarts are where where the most movement happens.
Really?
Because you'll see before that light turns green,
people
are already on the throttle.
Oh shoot!
If you're late on the throttle on the restart,
you're getting
people
passed.
are coming right around you.
So don't play clean, is what you're saying?
No, you just kind of have to like work within the light. That's where it all gets shaken up.
Yeah.
I've seen Garrett on like passed like 8 cars on the restart.
Holy smokes. Yeah, I was hoping I could get over there early and get some practice in before practice.
Probably.
With a professional like Garrett.
Zach's good. Zach really knows those cars well because...
Oh, because he helps build them and stuff.
And they test all cars.
Yeah.
So Zach and his brother Dave,
the mechanic guy. Yep.
Do laps in every car before the thing.
Holy
so Zach
smokes.
has a lot of laps.
Now, do they change the tires after qualifying?
No.
I didn't think
they shouldn't be that bad. It's only like 5 laps or something.
Is it?
For qualifying and testing. It shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
But
because I heard you got to kind of save your tires a little bit.
A little bit. You don't want to like dive bomb in every turn
right.
too aggressively, because I've seen Brent PFI Speed do that, where he like drives super aggressively, but then he'll lose.
But then his tires, yeah, because once your tires go out.
I mean, you got kids. You've watched Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
You see his tires pop at the end there, and then he's cooked.
Yeah. I don't want to be like that. So.
I think you actually have a good group. Even like Chris Fix has never done one.
Yeah.
JH Diesel's a really good circle track racer.
He usually does pretty good, I think.
You know why?
Why is that?
A lot of these guys have someone in their ear.
And say what? Like, oh,
it's their spotter.
Oh.
Like, it's telling them go high, go low. This is happening. Take this person, overtake this person.
Oh.
Conserve your tires a little bit. Like, a spotter in your ear is huge.
Huh.
And like, Brand to PFI always has one. I'm sure any NASCAR driver has one.
Oh yeah.
Like, you're not blind in there. You know, like you at least have somebody watching. And JH always has a really good spotter that I've noticed.
Okay.
And that kind of stuff helps a lot. But I think overall you'll probably do better than you think.
Okay.
Jim York's a wild card.
Yeah.
He's the one that jumps all the vans.
Oh, he's a stunt driver kind of guy.
Yes.
Oof.
And then
he'll probably get crazy.
Yeah.
Stay away from him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Stay away from Manuel, because he'll probably try to pit maneuver me every single chance he gets.
Yep. Yeah. Maybe you'll even be able to lap him. That would be the goal.
Yeah,
right?
and then I'll just pit maneuver him, say, get out my way.
I like how it just says midnight performance.
Yeah.
It might not even be him.
Oh,
It just says midnight performance.
I don't know.
It could be anyone.
Yeah, who knows?
I did want to get your opinion on stick shift racing.
Oh.
Did you see that transmission?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, I really like well, for one, I think it might be a little unfair, but I really like the part where you can change the gear set, the gearing numbers and whatever, because that I think is going to be most beneficial.
Yeah, like a close ratio.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just
speed.
like you do with automatics, basically. Because I think that is the biggest hurdle of stick shift racing is, like a T56 first gear is like 2 point something, isn't it? It's something crazy, I think. Unless maybe they change them right now, but I don't think so. And so if you can change that number to something else, it's going to allow you to be quicker where you want to be,
You can almost change it to track conditions.
Yeah.
It seems so simple.
Yeah.
Like you just open that thing up
I know.
Put a different
gear in there.
Because people were all mad at me for my video. It was like, oh, you can't really service T56 of the track. And it's like, you can technically, but like it's not
feasible because you got to press on and off things, I think.
Giant pullers. All kinds of
stuff.
stuff.
Obviously, Chad Fegley from the shop, is really close to me, and I help him out a little bit here and there with tuning, and whenever he breaks the transmission, he has to change the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, granted, his is still
in the silly spot
in the back, I think. Yeah. So, yeah.
But do you think it's going to hurt stick shift racing in the end, or do you think it's going to make it more attainable to people that don't want to keep breaking T56?
Not more obtainable, no. I think it's gonna separate the class. I mean, like
it's
Sean's,
cheap, though. It's cheap.
Sean Madden's car right now. Look at the potential that thing has, and it has a T56 in it.
Yeah.
So, look what he can do without that transmission.
And he went a 655 on his first outing with the car.
I know.
First race weekend with it.
And you can just tell there's so much more potential there. For one, in the 60-foot, and power-wise, I mean, a 500 cubic inch, basically small block with a big blower on it.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of room for potential there.
That's a crazy motor. I was surprised to see that because, like, you don't see that often.
No. And maybe he went with that because he thinks stick shift is going to have a no big block rule, maybe.
I think some classes do already.
Oh, really?
Some races.
So maybe that's why he went with that.
It makes sense for that, but it's still funny to see, like, a big, giant-headed small block like that.
Yeah, I don't... If you got 400, it's 498 cubic inches. If you have almost 500 cubic inches, like, that ain't a small block. I mean, you know, like... A small block is sub 450, in my opinion.
You don't think it's a bore spacing thing?
Well, yeah, it is.
Technically,
technically, yes.
But like, because that's realistically,
that's a 4.6 bore space, and you know, like an LS, I think is 4.4 maybe. Mm-hmm. So realistically, yeah, it's got huge bores.
Well, I know Sean wanted to be the first to 5s and to 3s.
Yeah. Well, I think he's gonna.
I think that a 3s is a really tall task.
Yeah.
I think 5s, because he's got the horsepower for a 5. Like, you can pull through on the backside.
Yeah.
Relatively easy. I think a 3 is going to take a ton of homework.
Yeah, he's going to have to go at least 1.0 somethings.
Which the chassis should.
Yeah. I don't know.
You think that trans will hurt the class in the long run?
I do. I think it's cool that companies are advancing. I love to see advances in technology or parts because overall that just keeps growing the sport, I think. So I love to see that, but that's a little far out there.
Yeah, and you don't want to like ban it because like they just spent all this time and money on R&D. Like you don't want to punish them for it.
Now I wonder who's going to be the first one with one.
Well, John Rogers already has one.
He does?
Yep. And the 4th gen Firebird blue one.
That he just raced.
Yep. He's putting one in for streetcar bragging rights.
Really?
In like next week?
That is coming up, yeah.
John Rogers and him are both putting one in for that.
Oh, wow.
And John Rogers can make 2,000.
Oh, yeah. And he's a smart guy and...
The car's light.
Yeah. Now I wonder how long it'll take him to figure it out because with the different gearing and stuff, you're going to have to tailor the clutch to all that.
Well, he's switching from an A101A or the G-Force transmission.
Oh.
Not a T56.
Okay.
John Rogers. The other car's switching from a T56. So that might be a little bit more tricky.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll just start off with like T56-esque gearing.
Right.
And then change from there as they see fit.
Yeah, because overall it should be more reliable, right?
I would hope.
Less breakage.
It doesn't look like it's going to break.
I mean, it looks simple to me.
2 counter shafts on there. Like, it's like this wide, it looks like. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what trans tunnel that's fitting in.
I mean, in my opinion, the clutch technology is what really pushed that class. Because, let's be honest, outside of just slipping a clutch out, that's where the skill comes from.
Yeah.
And now all you do is just let the clutch off and it does its thing and slips and, you know, there's no skill in that. The next set of skills is from shifting, and now they have a shifter to where you can't money shift it. So realistically, they've dumbed it down a lot.
I've said that quite
come
a bit,
on,
yeah.
Right?
They're on radial tires.
Yeah.
Like the suspensions act pretty much just like any other radial tire car.
Yeah.
And they just go boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. The next thing you're going to do is not have to push in a clutch pedal. All you're going to have to do is press a button next. And then it's going to be an automatic.
It's getting real close.
Right. So
like those things act so similar to converters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With the way that they apply power and the
because
way
it
that they
slips
slip.
automatically and every time it's the exact same. Now, sure, you got to keep up on the maintenance of the clutch because it's a wear item. I mean, anytime you're slipping it, it's wearing out. Duh. But yeah,
we're talking one disc.
Yeah,
it's not a huge wear item.
I think it's cool because it is making stick shift relevant. Otherwise, it'd be boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's be honest. You watch stick shift guys go out there and miss a gear or have inconsistent launches, like that might get boring for people to watch. But to see a quote unquote stick shift car go out there and go A to B super fast every time nearly, that's kind of interesting to watch.
It almost seems relatively easier to stage them too, because like they build boost right away.
Mm-hmm.
They don't take forever like a car with a converter.
No.
Like Garrett's car is like up on boost.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how he ever got burned down at World Cup when it happened, because I'm like, that car gets up on boost so fast.
Yeah.
Dude. You could just double bulb.
Uh-huh.
Like, why are you even like pulling it into the beams like that?
Right. And now Garrett uses the handbrake
just to keep the car settled.
Yes. However, other guys are using their ECU to hold the line lock.
Yeah.
And then when the clutch position switch moves, it turns the line lock off and automatic again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're getting more and more and more less driver.
It's definitely stepping away from it. And even like when the clutches first came out, they were really tricky.
Yeah.
They did the same things,
right?
But they didn't understand them quite as much.
Like,
now it seems like you get it out the box and it's like the base weights and everything are pretty good.
Yeah, because overall they started with the hydraulic line had a bleeder valve thing in it. So when you pushed the hydraulic clutch, it would hold the clutch open. Well, when you let off the clutch, that would slowly release the hydraulic fluid to slip it. And now they've got a slipper clutch to just do it all.
Yep, the counterweights and everything uses the centrifugal force to just like slowly apply pressure as it's going.
Now, what's crazy, and maybe not a lot of people know this, is that motorcycles have had that for years. Mm-hmm. That is exactly what they've had for years. And so now they've just implemented that technology into a car.
Well, the first clutch we ever saw came from people that were a pro stock team.
Oh, yeah?
That was Black Magic, where like some pro stock racers that were like, oh, we can make a part for this. What do you mean? Like, of course.
Yeah.
We have 800 cubic inch engines we make parts for.
Because, I mean, how long has that Black Magic, because they were the first company, it's been, what, 4 or 5 years, maybe?
I think longer. I think that was
longer?
Like 19.
Holy cow.
When that started becoming like a thing.
Yeah.
And they were making clutches. And now there's a bunch of companies that make slippers.
Right.
With the counterweights and stuff. You have to use, like, you have to weigh your nuts.
Oh, yeah, the grams, the
little sketchy scale.
Washers and nuts. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because when I help Chad, he's got it down to the gram. Like, this little tiny washer weighs whatever, you know, and so many grams will do X, and it's
a very funny thing because it's so converter-like.
Yeah. So overall, in the end, I personally think stuff outside of the transmission is helping stick shift racing much more than the actual transmission. But I do think that billet transmission is the next step.
15 grand. I mean, the thing's cheap.
That is.
For a race transmission that'll hold 4,000 horsepower, that's the cheapest one.
Yeah.
That's cheaper than your 400s. That's cheaper than your power glides.
Because with the T56, I know Chad has to like send off his gears to get like cryo treated and like just to make them stronger. Mm-hmm. Whereas this thing,
for somebody like Chad, he might have ran a 5th and 6th, though.
Yeah, he does. Because he
drag and drives
Drag and drive.
Everybody else takes those out.
Yep.
To simplify it. And to make it serviceable.
Right.
But Chad, because he drag and drive, at least I know he runs 5th. I don't know. He probably still has 6th.
I think he has 6th, I think. But yeah, he's the first drag and drive Corvette to go 6s.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was.
I love that car, too. It's so nice.
And I mean,
interior.
It's crazy because you look at Chad's car, drag and drive street car. I know we'll loosely use street car.
He drives it. He drives it thousands of miles.
Yeah, but so does Tom Bailey, so we got to be loose here. But then you look at Sean Madden's new Corvette. That thing could barely drive from the pits to the starting line. I mean...
Yeah. And as much as I like that Corvette, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
I love C7 race cars, though.
Oh, really yeah. Cool. Yeah, they are the next Fox body, I think.
They fly through the air often.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it always seems like a C7 flying through the air.
Yep.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've just seen a lot of videos and photos of radial tire C7s.
Yes, you are correct.
In the air.
One of my buddies that I helped tune for, Jason Horde, he has a white. He raced at King of the South, and he was at some local race, just out there having fun, you know, and yeah, just flew end over end and by the scoreboard out into the grass. It was wild.
Yeah, I saw that video. And
yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but it seems like the C7s like to do it more.
I don't know, because they're such an aerodynamic car, and like they got vents out the hood, and I don't know.
Like just the fast radial ones, not like somebody's, not your street style C7 stock body deal.
Right,
like we're talking a long nose deal.
Yeah,
that are like unique or crazy looking that, but they are low.
I know. So how fast do you think Sean's gonna go at the streetcar bragging rights? You think he's gonna go 3s and 5s then?
No, I don't think he's gonna find 5/10s.
That's a lot.
I think he's gonna keep creeping up on it, because you know who's helping on that deal too is
Isaac and Adam Preston. Yep.
Once he added them to his program, it immediately just started like
because if you look, Sean brought 2 cars to TX2K. Both cars went to the finals.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
proof's
the white
in the pudding.
Was his first time driving that deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
But when they said the Preston guys were involved, I was like, oh.
Yeah, they are super
that program's
smart.
Going to work well.
Yeah. Yeah,
they just have so much experience with racing too.
Yep.
They're not going to try to throw the kitchen sink at it right away. They're going to creep up on it like you should.
And that just shows the potential of that C7 car that they call Django, I think. Mm-hmm. Just shows the potential to go that fast, that quickly. Just means there's so much more. But whether there's 5/10, that means they probably got to go about 3/10 to the 8th mile. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That means you probably got to go cut off 1/10.5 to the 60 foot.
A 20 would break the internet.
Oh,
a 620 would really,
shoot. I think a 630 would.
Yeah.
Because overall, the current record for stick shift is 648, right? Mm-hmm. Nick Coleman. He's got 648. So if you skip the 40s and go to 30s, that'll be...
And Coleman's really like, he's very like hands tied behind his back by his budget on this stuff, you know?
But yet he blows up stuff left and right.
And that's why, though, because he's got like cast blocks still and LS.
Just like I was going to say about Bill Lutz, if you can't get through qualifying testing and then make it to the finals without breaking something, you're doing too much. Mm-hmm. You're going beyond your parts limit, you know?
And he always finds the parts limit. Every race I've seen him at, he finds the parts limit.
Yeah, because, like, didn't he blow up 2 $40,000 engines at TX2K?
Well, I know Sean did that at World Cup.
Yeah.
Sean Madden went through a couple engines. But I think, again, a lot of that had to do with just not having the right people in his corner, helping him on things.
Yeah.
And I think once he added the Prestons, both cars worked really well and weren't blowing up all the time.
Very true.
So that's kind of a team thing. But I think Coleman's just so hard on his equipment. That every time like he gets in that seat, he's like, "You're gonna die today." Like at his engine.
Gosh.
That's like, I don't care if you die on this pass or not.
That's just not a place you want to be. Like, because then you gotta work on it.
Yeah.
And that's a lot.
And then Garrett's just like, I'll just go 680s for the rest.
Right. I'll just put my A to B in. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose.
Just ride that drive shaft curve.
Oh, my gosh.
Stays in it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's all that these guys...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because flat out example, Garrett ended up losing because he forgot to turn on his switch for traction control.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, again, going back to everything should be automatically for a racer, the more you don't have to do as a driver, the better you're going to be.
Yeah.
So why doesn't he have the computer do that automatically? I don't know. Maybe it
is weird. You think
a stick shift thing because you got to do a burnout. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to like re-engage it after your burnout so that you know like this is when I'm leaving the line, not doing the burnout. I don't know. It seems like I get that there's probably something you have to do. I've learned the same thing. I used to turn on my water pump.
Oh, God.
My intercooler pump.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Not anymore.
See? And it's much better. One less thing you got to remember.
But we switched from the Pro EFI to the Haltech R5.
Yeah.
So now I have
lots of inputs, outputs.
Of
yeah.
But it's also a full PDM.
Right.
So you can actually control things really well. It's got like really nice usability for that.
Right.
Which the Pro EFI didn't really have. So everything was kind of like patched in together.
Yeah, older technology. The R5 is really, up there in the latest and greatest. Really.
Yeah, it's super cool. Like there's so many little things that you can do because everything's PDM.
Yeah, and with the PDM, you can monitor amperage and voltage and stuff of each input output to know like, okay, my water pump's starting to draw a lot of amps. Something might be wrong with it or something like that.
It is funny, like my blinkers and headlights are through.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well.
I mean, hey, like, why not?
It's a street car.
It's all there. It saves less fuses and relays and things like that. It's
you got it. You might as well use it.
Yeah, and I don't have that many other things.
No.
It's pretty simple. Yeah. Simple car.
I mean, that's when I'm tuning cars, like, I always have to ask the customer, like, do I need to turn on the fuel pump? And it just annoys me when, oh yeah, you gotta turn on this, turn on that, like, but you have a Holley Dominator that can do all that
with 2 plugs in it,
like
6 open plugs on the Dominator.
Like, oh well, I just haven't wired that in yet. Okay,
yeah, all right. No, I'm that guy. I'm the same way. I'll do things the stupid way, and I'm like, this is so dumb. Like. It's like, why isn't the ECU controlling all this? And I was like that for the longest time. But I still shift my car. I don't have an air shifter. But it's just one gear.
I suppose.
It's just one gear, and I'm not that fast.
Oh, well.
I like doing one thing.
That's okay. It's not that bad. But, yeah, I mean, that's one less thing you'd have to do. But then maybe it'd make it boring for you, and you don't want that.
How many in-car videos have you seen of the car not shifting?
None.
None? Come on.
I don't know.
I've seen so many in-car videos of like the air shifter didn't work.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Didn't grab second and hit the limiter.
Yeah, because, did you have enough CO2 on there? Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of variables, yeah. But if you're just slapping it, she's probably going to go into the next gear.
Yeah, and it's only a power glide. It's not like I got to do it like a few times.
Yeah, and then it just becomes muscle memory, I'm sure.
Yeah, and because it's a power glide, I don't shift until like 400 feet. I got all the time in the world. I'm like hanging out. And then after the shift, I'm just sitting there.
Yeah, I suppose. Maybe you got to get a turbo 400 so you can shift it twice.
I do want a turbo 400. That would be on the list of things to change.
Yeah.
But all right, we'll wrap this up. We got some families in there hanging out. You have a bunch of things. Your YouTube, obviously.
Yes, go check out the YouTube channel, Beater Bomb. Plain and simple.
You have a video from the rear-wheel drive versus all-wheel drive.
And the build series. I don't really call it a build series, but of us doing the lot of titanium parts from Cameron Johnson that we're using, and the whole build front half of the Beater Bomb, stuff like that. I used to be the super secretive type.
Yeah.
And literally wouldn't pop the hood or nothing. Showing you guys everything now.
Mr. CJ Race Cars got you.
Yeah, so.
And you get to see Brad.
Yep, we're doing it over at Brad's shop. He's got all the tools, and he's the expert welder. I'm basically the expert fabricator, quote unquote, and Brad welds. I'm doing all
lay out the metal.
Yep, and tubes and all that. And because I really like to be hands-on with all my stuff, and, Brad allows me to do that, and he's kind of welding away.
Well, like making a firewall and stuff like that.
Yeah, we did a titanium firewall.
Ooh.
Bead rolled all the, insides, and actually the unique part of my firewall is that I bent a 1/4-inch flange on the end of it and just drilled and tapped the tubes instead of having to install scallop strips to hold the firewall in, because when you do a scallop strip, somebody has to be on the backside to hold the nut. And that could be kind of hard when you're by yourself or relying on a young kid to help you, like mine. So overall, now the tubes are tapped, so you just screw the Allen head right in. Yeah, so we have titanium firewall, control arms, steering column.
Damn.
Literally everything Cameron offers.
At least for shipping, it's nicer having titanium, but it's pricey.
Oh, it is, but I'm trying to build a car at the top, honestly.
When you pick up titanium, sometimes you feel like it's fake. You're like, wait.
Yeah.
You you're like almost drop it because you're like, oh, I thought this was going to be heavier.
Yes, it is very deceiving, especially when you grab a piece of tube, like you can definitely tell, but when you grab a Heim or something of some substantial mass, that's when you're like, holy smokes.
Yeah.
This is light.
Like the firewall probably feels so weird because it's so thin.
I weighed it in one of the videos. The whole 4x4 sheet of titanium is 7 pounds.
Wow.
And I didn't use the whole sheet. So roughly the whole firewall is probably less than 5 pounds.
So titanium firewall is actually a safety thing as well that a lot of people don't realize. And I learned this from Stevie Fast.
Yeah.
When his engine let go and they had a non-titanium firewall. It was, I don't know what it was. It was probably chromoly or stainless or something.
Oh, how thick. Yeah.
And it burned a hole through it.
Holy smokes.
So now, after that, they were like titanium only because it won't burn through.
Really?
Like something won't
I didn't know that.
melt through the titanium. I guess that's also part of it.
Yeah.
Because it melted through on the Shadow.
Oh, wow.
Their firewall.
Holy smokes. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Because I guess it's probably a lot better at heat management and like strength on that side of things.
That is wild.
But it is kind of scary to think that, I mean, it happened to Lyle where that's how we got burned. The firewall melted right through.
I think that was, he had some holes in it. So that is one thing that we are adamant about. No holes. Like there is a hole where your steering shaft has to go through, obviously, but anywhere else it is totally sealed up.
Yeah, I mean, that's
scary. That's because if you had like an old grommet for like if we're talking about more factory style where there's, your giant wiring harness came through and you got rid of that wiring harness and now it's only a little bit, you're leaving a big area, and that's more so like a blowtorch that can come right through there.
And that's what happens is the blowtorch against the firewalls.
Imagine all that oxygen and wind. Yeah.
At full speed at 200 miles an hour. And especially you with like a stock block LS.
It could happen.
It's more likely than other engines to let go, I would say.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like a when if you lean on it a lot.
Exactly.
But, yeah, that's cool. It's cool that you're putting a titanium firewall in that.
So yeah. And then Brad's channel has some different aspects of fabricating side on his. So we're getting really close. I actually flew after the all-wheel drive race. We planned to stay here through the Freedom 500, which is another week. I actually flew to Kansas City to work on the beater bomb. And then flew back to Florida.
I was wondering where you were because your kids were at our Easter egg hunt. And I was like, oh, Joey didn't come, and she was like, no, he flew home to work on his car. I was like,
yeah,
damn. I was actually thinking, I was like, damn, I should go work on my car.
Oh, gosh.
It kind of got me like, I was like, damn, that's motivation right there.
I'm invested. I'm trying to get it done, and I obviously missed the rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive race because of it, and I'm not trying to miss any more races. It's a very timely task. Brad and I have 7 weekends into it, and it sucks driving down there because Kansas City, where Brad's shop is 3.5 hours away from my house. So
yeah, you might need to win the Carbon Cub.
Driving down there, it sucks. Yeah,
that's a long day. To go work on that thing for the weekend.
Yep. Work on it on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Drive home.
Yeah, that's rough. But it's racing. You got to finish the car.
I know.
Racing season's here.
It is. Not in Florida, though.
No, not in Florida.
Not in Florida. Florida, it's over.
No, it's done.
Midwest, it's getting started, though. So I need to get ready for that and get back out there, have some fun.
Cool. Well, we're going to wrap this up. Follow you on your socials and also for tuning and support locally and also remotely.
Yeah, I do remote tunes, but did one yesterday actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it mostly local? Would you prefer local?
I definitely prefer in-person tuning.
On a dyno you have access to as well.
Yeah, and I actually have access to a hub dyno. I don't own it, but I actually have access to a hub dyno now. One of my good friends, Jordan, owns one, and it's been awesome to use because, just like the Fuel Tech videos you see, it's the same one.
Yeah.
You can launch off the trans brake and go through the gears like you're racing down the racetrack, and look for oil leaks. You can do all sorts of things. Check the converter, how it's working. Because you can put a boost ramp in just like at the racetrack.
Yeah,
and
I real load of like a racetrack.
Yeah, I can program the load to tailor it to how fast your car is. So it's not just a set load and it is what it is. I actually manipulate it for your race car, like if you had a 5-second race car or a 4-second race car or whatever.
So you can get it almost close to what it's going to go down on if it hooks on a track.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
On a mainline dyno?
Mainline, yep. Mainline hub dyno. It's super nice to use.
Pretty much the gold standard, for high horsepower stuff.
Yep.
Really not much else.
Yeah, because one of the twin turbo Hemis that I tuned, Jason Hordes, actually, we made almost 3,800.
Damn.
Yeah. And it's crazy.
That's crazy power.
It is.
It's crazy to hear about 4,000. Like when I had Jimmy Taylor on, he's like, yeah, we're close to 7.
Oh yeah.
I was like, 7?
Yeah.
Like, what are we even talking about here?
I know.
Like, that doesn't even that sounds like a number you would just say to impress some kid.
Yeah, and I fully believe that they probably are.
They probably. It goes 225 in the 8th
in pro mod trim.
And
right.
In all out, they could probably turn that thing to 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a nutty car. But
it is wild.
Put all the socials in, guys. Thanks for coming on again.
Yeah.
It's always fun. I will see you guys next time.